DJ Eddie King.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. This is your girl, OG Patrice, and welcome, welcome, welcome to Straight Up No Chaser Talk with OG Patrice. Thank y'all for joining me this Sunday afternoon. I hope everyone has had a blessed and prosperous weekend. I know I did. I'm a little bit tired, but we're going to push through this thing today because I have a very, very special, again, another special show for you guys. But this one is a little bit sentimental. And the reason why it is because it's close to my heart because it's family. I mean, blood family. I am so excited to have this young man on my show. I have been tracking him down, running him down, calling him down, texting him down, emailing him down. I am in him down because he's so busy, guys, working with so many up and coming rappers out of Chicago and abroad. And I'm so proud and honored to call this young man my family. He is my nephew. So, guys, what I want you to do is sit back, relax, chillax, whatever you're sipping on, whatever you're eating on, just come on in and enjoy the show. Now, I want to give some shout outs and salutes to my family. I want to, first of all, thank you guys in the chat. Thank you guys. The chat is where it's at. Thank you for coming and joining OG Patrice on Straight Up No Chaser Talk. And also, I want to thank my family, Knowledge and Relationships, and Intellectual SoapBox for being my support on this channel, my support, my tech support, my communication support, all around support, right? I want to thank you guys for being here. And also, guys, I want to thank my extended family. Let's talk the Better Black Life with brother Bro Clarence. I see he is in the chat. I thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming over. Yes, and I want to invite you all to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, the notification button that says all. Smash that button because you know why? That will let you know every content that we have on this channel. you can participate and watch. It will come up, it will show up in the algorithms, and you can watch any show you want on knowledge and relationships, because we have so many different topics that we cover, you guys. So we definitely want you guys to come and support knowledge and relationships and support my talk show, Straight Up No Chaser, with your girl, OG Patrice. I want to give some special salutes and shout outs to my family, my peoples in the chat. The chat is where it's at. Listen, we got Wally in the chat. I see you, Wally. Thank you so much for being here. My brother, Vaughn Bryant. Thank you for showing up. Vagoda, I saw you over there on Bro Clarence channel. But thank you so much for tuning in this evening and rocking with me over here on Knowledge and Relationships in my talk show, Straight Up No Chaser with OG Patrice. Thank you, Brother Pagoda. Oh my God, I see Sister Annie. Annie is in the chat. Hey, sis. How are you? Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for coming again. Miss M. Mills. Miss M. Mills, thank you, beautiful. I so appreciate you coming over here and rocking with your girl, OG Patrice. I appreciate you, sis. Marcus is in the building. What's good, Marcus? How are you? Thank you. Salute, sir. My sister Jill Chocolate Boutique. Y'all, when I tell y'all I love my sister Jill, my sister Annie, how they rock with your girl. They've been rocking with me. This is my second show, guys. I had my debut 2 weeks ago, and they showed up and showed out for me. So I'm so appreciative to you guys for that. Thank you for being here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm not going to get all sentimental with you guys because I'll get all weepy eyed and we'll see and everything. But I'm excited about this show, you guys. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about Straight Up No Chaser Talk with your girl, OG Patrice. I plan to definitely bring you guys a variety of things that I want to cover and talk about. As I said before, I want to bring you guys some pop culture. I want to bring you guys some politics. I want to bring you guys some news. I want to bring you guys some interviews with some of my celebrity friends, people in the industry, my kinfolk that's in the industry now, like my nephew that I'm getting ready to interview as well. FB Pro Soulless 92 Gaming TV. Thank you so much for being here. It's first time in me seeing you, but thank you. Uh, hey, Tracy. Oh, this Ariel. Oh, that's my other nephew. That's my nephew. Hey, nephew. Yes, this is my second show, nephew. This is my second show. I had my debut 2 weeks ago. Thank you for being here, nephew. Y'all, that's my other nephew. My family showing up too. My blood showing up in the building. I so appreciate that. But yes, guys, listen, please subscribe, like, and share, guys. That's how the algorithms keep moving for our channel and we keep gaining momentum. So please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, hit that notification button. Ding, because that notification all will let you guys know when Knowledge and Relationship is live, or any of their former or latter shows. You can go and you can go back and you can also check those out as well. So, guys, salute. Greetings and salutations. Y'all, I'm so excited. We're going to get right into it because I have so much that I have to talk about with my family. I see my sister in the chat. Hey, sis. I see you. That's my sis right there, Cynthia Garner. Hey, how are you? I'm so glad my family came over to support my nephew. Guys, I'm so excited to do this interview. And I'm pretty honored to say that my nephew is one of the biggest sought out after up and coming producers out of the city of Chicago in a very long time when it comes to, especially in the hip hop movement, right? So I just want to share with you guys a little bit about my nephew and his line of work that he's doing as a producer in Chicago. And it's my understanding that he's also starting to produce other beats for other rappers, even outside of Chicago. So this speaks volumes. So I'm just going to read his bio to you guys. All right, y'all already know that I have to put on my other set of eyes, right? So that I can read this bio. So here we go. Pierce Wilkes Rogers also goes by the name of Riecy the producer. He is a producer of music and engineering, and he is from the east side of Chicago. Riecy started making beats at the age of 18, right after graduating high school. Riecy is self taught. He taught himself how to create beats and he wanted to take it serious. So he visited an assistant principal from his old high school and was shown and he showed him his work. That principal later introduced Riecy to two big people that does music in the music industry. One of those producers goes by the name of Spree, and the other big music producer goes by the name of Kalo. Now I'm familiar with Kalo. I've actually heard that name before. Kalo has produced Tupac, Biggie, and Nas. That has to be where I heard the name from for Kalo, right? So they all became mentors to Riecy. 7 years forward, Riecy's music production has progressed and produced tons of artists and careers that went up big time placements in the 2019 for his production of Pretty Savage, self-taught title album Pretty Savage, producing the song Painter featuring G Herbo. Now I've heard of Pretty Savage, she's pretty big, and G Herbo as well. He's also produced music for Lady XO, Kilo, The Dreamer, Red Bully, and Tay LZ. So now, guys, now I will tell you, I am not that familiar with the hip hop game and the culture as much as I used to be back in the day when I was into the old school hip hop culture of the days of your Little Kims, your Eves, your and I do still like some recent ones, Remy Ma and people, female rappers of that ilk, as well as I do like Kendrick Lamar. I've said that. I like J. Cole. So there is a couple of kind of the newer school ones that's in the game now. Hey, New Growth, what's up, brother? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you rocking with me, brother. So yeah, but I'm from the old school. So I am excited to going to be talking to my nephew about some of these up and coming artists that are well known in Chicago and in the surrounding areas that he has been so blessed to have the opportunity to work with and to start to make a name for himself. And when you are known as one of the biggest up and coming producers out of the city of Chicago, that speaks volumes, right? So I am going to play, I'm going to have my team to please pull up Lady XO uh, uh, song and video that my nephew, Riecy the producer, did the beats on. He produced this for her, Lady XO. And the name of the song is Motives. So, you guys, let's check out Lady XO. I'm so excited and very, very proud of my nephew for all the work that he's doing as far as being in the music entertainment So yeah, let's check out Lady X.
You thought that you finesse it, you know it ain't sweet. My loyalty won't go for none for you. I wear it on my sleeve. I had dreams to be at peace, turns out the shit bigger than me. I'm the type to hustle hard to separate me from the weak. I can hear the way they speak these days, won't let them next to me. Repercussions, fuck a budget, my success was never free. I don't got nothing to do with it, so why you come to me? They confident I wasn't shit, now I make money in my sleep.
All right, I'm muted. Thank y'all for letting me know. I had muted myself when the video came on. We're gonna move on further to the next video of a song. I guess it's called Red Bully. That is by Kilo the Dreamer, and this is also produced by Riecy, the producer. Kilo the Dreamer, Red Bully. Thank y'all for letting me know I was muted. I appreciate that.
And Steve Styles from the Midday Live Show, and you are about to watch the world premiere of the hottest song that has been going crazy in the streets, online, at your friend's house, at your mama's house, everywhere.
That's right. It's your boy Steve Styles. I want to say one thing. This song is lit. We got Southside Rico No Cap, and of course, our homeboy from the Midday Live Show, Kilo the Dreamer. Stay tuned. You're watching a world premiere
of Red Bully.
The Chicago nigga.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all think this shit raw. I'm saying he don't like the blunt, but my brother really don't know who Rico is. Who Rico? Right now, bro. Who Rico?
That Red Bully.
Yes, sir.
That bitch goes stupid.
Of course. Hell yeah, no screams from hell.
God, was that 7K? Y'all not fucking with that.
As they should.
Hey, boy, they gonna Kilo and Rico, man.
What's good with y'all?
Yeah, I heard that bread. That shit go crazy. Yeah, that shit go hard.
What's y'all name?
CJ.
CJ?
Yeah, South. Oh, South.
Say
E.
Yeah.
Y'all give me a right over?
Stay over there. I'm from the east side, from the south side.
Show me.
Southside Low Rico, just neighborhood hero, I'm ready to get it. I'm stepping with Kilo, Versace, this shit on me. Got Dragos on Dragos, like who want to smoke? Who want to smoke? Got Dragos on Dragos, like who want to smoke? Who want to smoke? Got Dragos on Dragos, like who want to smoke? Southside Low Rico, just neighborhood hero, I'm ready to get it. I'm stepping with Kilo, Versace, this shit on me. Got Dragos on Dragos, like who want to smoke? Who want to smoke? Got Dragos on Dragos, like who want to smoke? Who want to smoke? Got Dragos on Dragos, like who want to smoke?
Hey Rico, let's shake up the streets. 24/7, we dropping the keys, but they don't know the game, so no matter the fees. That's blocking the legend of 7. The luckiest number is meant for a G. Like Gotti, you ref in the streets. Double taking this.
All right, and that was Kilo the Dreamer, Red Bully. All right, our next song. I don't know. I like the beat. But you know, I don't know. That one was a little rough around the edges for me. But I understand how this new generation, the younger generation, is with with that type of rap, and it's all good. But yes, I do like the beat, nephew. I will say that. Our next one is called "I Got the Bag," and that's by Tay LZ. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
I got a bag, yeah. 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 Hey. I got the bag again. I got the bag again. I got the bag again. Put it in drag again. Yeah. I got 'em mad again. I'm in my bag again. I got the bag again.
It's Riecy.
Hey. I got the bag again. I got the bag again. Jump at the sprint, hop in the straight, put it in drag again. I got the bag again. I got a bag again. He from the bag, his money didn't last, his pocket so sad again. I got the bag again. I got the bag again. Say we in the building, we fuck up a section, we got niggas mad again. I got the bag again. I got the bag again. I got the bag, I got the bag, I got the bag again. Gucci look.
All right, so that was Tay LZ with I Got the Bag. I will say, I will admit that I love dope beats to any song or rap or anything of that nature. I don't necessarily always agree with the lyrics per se, but the beat, if the beat is bumping and dope, and that's what I pretty much have always been attuned to as an artist, is the beat, the music per se. But anyway, I gotta say, very, very talented. I was very, very pleased. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want to introduce my fam, my nephew, the one and only biggest up and coming music producer on the east side of Chicago and all abroad, Riecy the producer. Y'all give it up. Give it up. What's going on? How are you, nephew?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. You look well. You look well.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank you so much for coming. I know it's been a minute and we've been going back and forth. I've been telling you about my show and how I want to get you on, because I want to definitely talk to you about your humble beginnings in this game, and just talk to you seriously about the hip hop, the hip hop where I come from to where it is now, to even have the more serious conversation and just get your opinion on a lot of some of the negative when it comes to hip hop, especially in Chicago, being real rap and things of that nature. So as a producer, someone that is producing music for a lot of these up and coming rappers, I would like to get your take on it. So first of all, please, nephew, tell the people that's listening in the chat, the subscribers, the family in the chat, everybody that's rocking with us today, tell us a little bit more about your humble beginnings and what is it that you love about being in this game as a producer in hip hop?
That's a good question. I mean, I love everything. I make sure I stay focused and keep God first. And it's of course it's gonna be up and downs with it too. So just keep grinding, keep your head up straight, and keep working.
Okay, and thank you. And reading your bio, you started making beats like after you graduated out of high school. So sometime after your 18th birthday, or you graduated out of high school, you started creating beats at that point, and then you actually let someone else hear your music and they kind of put you in the light of someone else bigger that became mentors to you. Can you walk us through that a little bit?
Okay, so yes, I say probably like August or September, because I think that's when school started opening back up. So I know my mentor, not my mentor, the assistant principal from my high school, Vouaghn Bryant, like that man has connections to a whole lot of people. So, and I have like a good relationship with him. He's a good person. So I came up to him, show him what I'm doing, and then on that same day, he introduced me to those two people, and then after that just been history. And right,
Okay.
I met Spree first. Then later on, Kabo was actually on his way to the school to come see him, and then I made my connection with him, and they both become my mentors.
Okay, so Spree and Kalo is also music producers, and they reside out of Chicago as well.
No, well, not Spree. Yes, Kabo. No, because he's from New York.
And that's what I thought. Okay, because
Yeah.
I knew that name sound familiar from back in the day, and you said that Kalo has worked with like Pac and Biggie
Yeah.
and Nas and things of that nature, and that's of course that's really huge. And a lot of times you could just look people names up by their names, and you can see some of the people that they work with in the industry. So, with that being said, and they becoming your mentors, did they kind of help you hone your producing skills, or was it just a mentorship of walking you through the progress of what it is to start creating your own beats and creating your own music?
It was both, and then so
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't just also production. They also say like, um, take a shot at engineering, and then also take a shot at DJing. So I also DJ back in the day, but I'm planning on going back to DJing soon. Just gotta get the equipment. But other than that, yeah, I did all. They had me, teach me all them three things, and then I just took notes and then watch how they do it, and then yeah.
So nephew, so you actually started making the beats first. Like you wasn't a DJ first, like normally, DJs later become music producers. So is it like the opposite for you? So
Yeah,
you just started doing the beats first, and
right.
then later becoming a DJ. Okay,
Yep.
well that's different. That's different. Wow. Okay, because
Yeah.
I told you I'm old school, so I come from
Yeah.
back in the day where a lot of the hip hop movement was some of those people that I named. I think I do know and like some of the up and coming ones, like I said, like Kendrick Lamar, I like him, J. Cole,
Yeah.
those brothers. I do dig some of their music as well. Some of the female rappers, I listen to some of Remy Mar stuff. I kind of like her. She kind of reminds me on the mind of like your Lil Kim's. Like I was a big Lil Kim fan back in the day. I was a big Eve fan. But even further back, I'm talking your Latifahs and
Yeah.
and all of those. So I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit old school when it comes to that. But I will say I do still listen to some of the old school. Now I really want to talk to you seriously about like the difference in the culture, right? When it comes to hip hop. It
Okay.
started out as rap back in my day, and then it went from rap to hip hop, and now it's a whole movement. But there is a shift in the culture of, I would say, and I get it because generations change and things of
Yeah.
that nature, but there is a shift that is happening, and I'm concerned, particularly in Chicago, being from Chicago, born and raised there, grew up there my whole life. Uh, Now there is trap, like trap music
Yeah.
and drill. Can you
Yeah.
tell me the difference between those two? Because or is there a difference? Then I heard something about what is it, like a dribble or mumble rap?
Oh, the
Like what?
mumble.
Yeah, what are the differences between those?
Well, with trap, that started in ATL. Drill, it started with us in here in Chicago, and then it just blew up from there. And then right, trap it's kind of, it's like he's saying some drill stuff on it too, but it's more like some other stuff that going happen in the hoods and everything, or their life stories or whatever. So yeah, I can see those two differences. So, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna get a little bit. I'm gonna get a bit more serious with you, and I want your opinion seriously on this because I've seen a shift and a change, not always in a negative light when it comes to the drill music and some of the content that has come from that. And being that there's a lot of crime that has been happening, and a lot of rappers that has lost their lives. due to I don't want to necessarily just per se blame it on the music per se, but maybe it's a mixture of some of the lyric content and some of maybe like the lifestyle. What is your opinion on that? Because when I look at FBG Duck, who's from Chicago, who's no longer with us, when I look at King Von, who's from Chicago and no longer with us, and things of that nature, what is your opinion on what do you think that the culture now in this type of rap, as in the drill and the influence that it has on the masses, that it is it's becoming like in a negative connotation when it comes to our culture, as far as all of the killings and things of that nature, specifically Chicago rappers as well, and it's spreading abroad to, like, what just happened with PMP and other rappers, right? So what is your opinion on that?
I feel like let me see he answer this. Well, when it comes to that, it's like it's also a trend, because it's also people that's actually not about that too. And then so like when they do stuff like that, it can happen. It can something bad can happen to them too. Because with Chicago, if you act like, if you say you this and that, but when they come up and confront you, and everything, the tables turn now. Next thing you know, you're in a tough situation. You probably can't even get out. So it's a high chance of not seeing
now, nephew. Okay, let me ask you this question: is the music that you're producing and creating, do you consider that as drill? What do you consider your beats as, what you're creating?
See, with the stuff I produce, the stuff I make, now it's not drill, because I don't produce. I'm not like the other producers, like produce like their style. I work on my style. I'm still trying to find my sound in my style, and I don't even work with drill rappers like that anyway.
Okay, so now the two female rappers, are they out of Chicago?
Pretty Savage, she's from Virginia, and Radio XO.
Pretty Savage.
Yeah, Radio XO, she's from Chicago. She's based in LA right now.
Oh, okay. Because I know that I familiar with Pretty Savage. I know she's pretty well known. I didn't know she was from Virginia, but so you get your clients. Do they kind of like? Are they kind of like hear about your beats through other people, and then how do they get up with you, like to contact you and say, hey, I like this beat, can you make me a beat, or I like this beat, can I rap on this beat? How does that all work for you?
Well, I do have artists that do hit my DM, ask for some beats and custom beats, and me, I also reach out to other artists to network with them, and then selling beats to them. Reaching out and selling beats to them. They need beats for the upcoming projects and everything.
Oh, okay. And I think someone was asking some questions. Let me see if I could pull it up. If you guys can pull up the question, I think Vaughn had a question. New Growth, I see you. Salute. There's FB Pro. I said salute to you. Thank you for joining. Quantum Love. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Thank you for joining so much. I really appreciate you guys for rocking with me on this Sunday evening as I interview my nephew, the producer, Riecy Beats. Is it Riecy Beats, the producer? I don't want to.
Riecy Beats.
Riecy Beats, the producer. I had it right the first time, nephew. Okay, so question. This is from Vouaghn Bryant. He says, do you ever reach back and reference the old school rap artists when you are creating your beats and lyrics?
The beats, yes, I'm not a songwriter though. But yeah, for sure, the beats I do reference back to old school rap artists.
Okay, so you don't write. You're not a lyricist. You just create the beats. Now, what are some of the old school and even new school rap artists that you do admire and you do kind of, maybe not necessarily mimic them, but you kind of like their style and you kind of listen to their style, but kind of put your own twists on it? Who are some rappers or some producers that you appreciate in the business?
For sure, Kanye West.
Okay.
My mentor,
So that's a
Kayla.
Chicago brother, Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye, yeah.
My mentor, Kalo. And artists, let me see. I had an artist.
Whether old school or new school.
Yeah. For sure, G Herb, because I love his music. A little bit with Doug too. Well, majority Chicago. I because that's all I listen to. If you look at my playlist, it's majority Chicago artists anyway. And
right.
Then, so yeah, the old school, yeah, Kanye West, Jay Dilla, Timberland, those old school.
Those are some bad producers. I love Timberland's work, him and Missy. I also love Teddy Riley's old stuff that he did back in the day with like Heavy D. He worked with he also worked with Dougie Fresh on the show. That was one of the biggest that ever came out of New York, was that song for Dougie. And some other rappers rappers as well. But yeah, as far as old schoolers, I mean, do you know a lot of the history from like some of the old school rap producers in the game, like the Teddy Rileys and other than Timbaland and Missy? There was
what
about what's his name? Swiss Beats. You like
Swiss?
Yeah. And there was the other, I can't think of the other guy right now, Pharrell and the Neptunes.
Oh, yeah, for sure, the Neptune.
Yeah. So you do like them, you appreciate their music?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now, is it any popular hip hop artists that you haven't worked with that you aspire to work with or hope to work with in the near future?
Let's see. Ooh. For sure, Kanye West. I definitely want to work with Kanye West for sure.
Okay, you want me to call him? I got him on speed dial. No, I'm just joking.
I also want to work with Nas.
Okay. Sure. Nas and Kanye. Those are big names, nephew. Well, I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, Will Wayne and Jay-Z. I want to do stuff with them.
Okay. Well, I see one of the artists you worked with in the chat, Kilo the Dreamer. He has a question here. If you can pull up my tech support, please pull up his question. He says, questions, do you think you relocating as a producer to major cities will make you more successful? That's a great question. You know how in the business they tell you, if you want to be bigger in music or as an actor, well, you need to move to New York or you need to move to California. What do you say about just only right now being one of the biggest up and coming Chicago producers? Do you feel like that if an opportunity present itself, you would move to California or New York to work with that bigger rap artist?
Yeah, if everything was good, yeah, I'm taking that opportunity. And then relocate into that city and then go from there.
Okay. I know every producer that I know in the game has definitely did that. They say things like they go wherever the music takes them, wherever the opportunity takes them. They moved. I know some big producers that moved all over. They've left their hometowns and they moved to New York or they moved to LA or they moved to Atlanta or wherever. It's wherever the opportunity is in the moment at that time for them. I've heard them definitely say that they would definitely go. So then if Kanye called you, nephew, and said, I need you right now in Cali, you be on the next thing smoking?
Yep. I'm gone.
I know that's right. I see your mother. You see your mom in the chat, right? Say hey. Say hello to your mom. She's in the chat. All right. So if you want to tell us about any up and coming projects you have next. What is the next move, expectations for you in your career? Anybody that you're currently working with, or do you plan on even doing something for yourself?
I actually working on an album, so I'm finishing up the
Oh.
beats for the album, and then I'm going to get the artists on it.
Oh, I get you. So you're gonna be like Quincy Jones. You're gonna produce all the music, but you're gonna have a bunch of artists on your album. Smart
Yeah,
move. That's actually very smart, nephew. So you're gonna be like the Quincy Jones in the hip hop game.
yeah, and DJ Khaled, see, because he do that too.
Yes, that is true. Now, G Herbo, is he based out of Chicago? Because I have heard of him for a while now. Is he?
Yeah, he's from
Based,
Chicago.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's from the East Side like me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. So, do you think that you would ever work or do any drill if, say, for instance, if what's his name, Lil Durk,
Uh-huh.
if Lil Durk, hit you up and say, "I need a beat,"
I'm sending.
so you send it.
I'm sending.
Okay.
Before I send, I made sure I send tell them what my payment is, and then I'll send them my contract over so he can sign. So all the paperwork is good for that. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure that everything is in writing and you got good representation. Now, there was a question in the chat from Let's Talk the Better Black Life, and we can bring up that question, please. He says, question: how do you exactly sell a beat? Is your price by bar, or is there a standard producer's contract? That's a great question as well.
Oh yeah, when I sell my beats, I have a contract, and also I have a BeatStars website where I sell my beats online. And then so when you buy a beat, I also have a contract on there, for exclusive release date on whatever you want to buy. It's a contract, sign and boom, the beat yours.
Okay. Now, nephew, tell me this, because I don't know. I'm not really familiar with like all the equipment that you use to make your beats. Tell me some of the equipment that you work on to create the masterpieces that you do for other artists.
I have a big keyboard over here to the side, 2 monitors, an interface, and a hard drive, and the software on my computer, and I just start making hits.
Okay. Now, what is the name of the thing I see you on? Because I follow you on Instagram. It's a little box, and it got lights on it, and it got buttons, and I just see you kind of like doing this thing. What is that? What is that called?
You talk about my keyboard. It got I forget what it's called, a key or something, but it got like a drum pad on the keyboard.
Yes, the drum thing with the drum beats. That's called the what now?
A key or something. I forgot the rest of the name, but yeah.
Okay, so is that where you actually like the beats come out of? And then do you like go on the side if you hear? How do you like? Because like me as a singer, like I can, if I'm writing a song, I can like hum some lyrics and hear like the melody right in my head, and then I'll record the melody so I won't forget the melody. Is that how you kind of come up with like creating the beats for you? Do you hear it in your head first, or do you like, how does it work for you?
There's days where I do have like a melody in my head, and then so I just go on my software, try and put it on there. If not, there's some days I sample. Some days I like, if I'm getting like brain stuck, I use a loop, and then just make my beats from all that.
Okay. Well, I got a couple more questions here. Pull up the question from Vouaghn Bryant, please. He says, what is the copyright process like for you?
Well, copyright, I make sure first I do like what's it called? Poor copyright something. But I do all
Oh,
that.
the poor man's
Yeah, the poor
copyright.
man that,
You
and
know
then
what?
also,
Does that still work? Is that still like legal, legit? Like I know the poor man's copy where is you mail it to yourself. You send it, you mail it, and it comes back to you. Is that still legal? Is that still like considered a standard legal thing in the industry where it actually is still legit to do that?
yeah, cause it was a situation with my homie from high school. There was a situation going on, and then so he was on the phone with his dad, and then his dad was telling him to do that, and then I also get my stuff done through ASCAP as
Okay.
well.
So you affiliated with ASCAP, not
Yeah,
BMI, but ASCAP.
right. Yeah, cause
Okay.
someone introduced me to that first, and then I heard about being mine, and I'm like, I'm just stick with ASCAP.
Okay, gotcha. And we have another question from Annie. Can you pull up Annie's question, please? She says, when you sell the beats, does the artist have exclusive rights to it? That's a great question.
Yes, cause I don't even release my beats no more, so all my beats are exclusive.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Yes, Annie, poor man's copy. That's so old school. I didn't even know that it was still legit, that you can still actually do that. I know that's how a lot of artists back in the day used to make sure that their songs and their music and things of that nature was properly copywritten. Okay, there's a question I missed too from Brother Clarence. I think, let's see. Oh no, I think I read that. I read that question. Okay, again, let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody in the chat. If you just tuned in or came in, I really appreciate it. And thank you for your patience, nephew. I just want to tell you, I'm so very proud of you and what you're doing. Keep up the good works. And if you have anything up and coming that you want the listeners to know, please say so now, and also give us all of your social media handles as to how one can contact you if somebody looking for some beats.
Okay, you can on
Or
Facebook.
just want to follow you as a fan.
Okay, but you can find me on Facebook at Riecy Beats. And Instagram and Twitter is Prod by Riecy, PROD by Riecy. You can find me on them too. And right now, y'all could go and tune in stream my homie Kill the Dreamers Red Bully song. I produced that. It's out on all platforms. I got more work with him on the way as well.
Okay, you got more work with Kilo, and he's out of Chicago as well.
He's in Chicago. He's from Chicago.
Okay, he's from Chicago. I saw the socks. He had the socks gear on and things of that nature. So the majority of your artists are out of Chicago right now. Is there any plans to work with any other artists that are not in the state of Chicago, of Illinois, in the city of Chicago right now?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely artists that I want to work with. Cause I'm already networked with artists from Arizona and Florida.
Okay, well, you know that's where I am in Arizona. So what's the name of the artist here in Arizona you want to work with? Is it a male or female?
Female.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name D the Demon.
Okay, what a name. These names. D the Demon. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, nephew, also, I wanted to ask the question, what is the difference, I think, in your opinion, as a producer of writing or producing a beat for a female versus producing a beat for a male? Or is there a difference?
Well, okay, so if you look at all the artists I work with, majority of them are females. It's a handful of guys.
Okay.
I was saying that because when it comes with the guys, it's like they don't have the bitch together, and they don't want to pay beats and everything. But when it comes to females, They got everything together and they ready to pay for the beat. So that's why I'm going straight for the females all the time.
And see, now that's what's up. That's a smart move. Y'all hear that, right? Listen, females are always the biggest consumers in almost every area, genre, no matter what it is you're selling or what it, I don't know, but females are some of the biggest consumers there is. So that's a smart move to actually do that. Now, let me ask you this because a lot of rap artists sometimes get other featured singers and things like that on their songs. Is any of that going on in Chicago as far as any beats that you have done for any artists? Because sometimes as much unless you are like really, really big up there. Then I see Snoop may get a female singer on his, or a female singer may get a rapper on her, or something like that. Is any of that still going on in the rap game, and specifically in Chicago, where they actually getting singers on some of their rap songs?
Yeah, my homie Keo, because he's working on tons of projects, and so he got beats with me when he's getting features from Southside with No Cap. He getting features from other female artists, Bunny Lou, and another singer they talk about. I can't remember her name, but yeah. And then also, it's the same with Pretty Savage, because she got more beats from me, and there's one beat she want me to do. She want me to sample remake. She told me she's gonna have G Herbo on the song. So yeah.
Okay, nice. So this song Painter, is that one of the songs you produced for her that G Herbo is on?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So what about, you think about even bigger with going with like producing music or beats for like TV and film? Do you ever like dream that big?
Yeah, I was planning on doing that too. I was looking the right directions to see how to get that stuff going.
Okay. Now, what advice would you have for any person that's younger than you or even older than you that's thinking about, or in their basement, in their room, starting out to create beats and things of that nature? What is some advice that you would have for some of the people that's just getting into the industry as far as wanting to be a producer and creating?
I would say this first: have contracts for your beats. That's gonna be important, because it was one moment I told my mentor what's going on with the song. Next thing you know, he asked me this question: did they sign a contract? I'm like, contract? And that's he got real bad at me. And then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's important. What do you have, like a manager or an agent or something that represents you?
Well, I'm in the management groups called Underground Hitters, and they manage me and other artists.
Okay. And is that based out of Chicago as well?
I believe they started in Chicago and they moved to Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
now, can you put the question from Chicago Suppliers TV? Thank you so much. I appreciate your question. Have you ever collabed with other producers?
Yes, I have. I've collabed with like a good handful of producers. One I collabed with T.Y. Made It. I got like made tons of beats with him. With big and we got placement with big artists. I did collab with JD Crazy. I collab with Jersey. Who else I collab with? CJ, one of my homies that know how to play keys. He's a musician, so he would collab with me on the beats. And who else I collab with? Sonic, another producer I collab with. And I also collab with Lady XO, because she also produced as well, and we made the beat when we got into the studio.
Okay, you like working with other producers and bouncing creative creative minds off of each other and your
Yeah.
ideas.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what is something that I would say you would want to say that no one knows about you other than you being a producer and one of the biggest producers coming out of Chicago now, upcoming producers. Is there anything else other than that you love to do other than music and creating music that you want people to know that they may not know?
It's actually two things. One, I'm an artist, not a
Oh,
rapper. Not a rapper, none of that. I'm like I draw. So I've been doing that
oh,
since I was 3. And
okay.
the second one is I'm a martial artist.
I did not know any of those things,
You
nephew.
do.
See there? Now I learned the new as well about you.
Yep.
That is wonderful. So you're an artist. Do you like draw or you paint?
Both.
Oh, you do both. Okay.
Yep.
And martial artist. Now, what do you study as far as martial arts?
I had studied Taekwondo, but I didn't finish it. But I stopped at red belt.
Taekwondo, and you're a red belt?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I forgot the order of the belts, right? I know there's black, there's brown, there's red, there's white. So can you know the order of the belts?
I believe it's white, yellow,
Oh, yellow belt.
orange, blue, then blue and brown belt, then the brown belt, then the green belt. After the green's purple, then you got the red, then the red
Oh,
black
so
belt.
red is a higher, well, like one of the highest belts.
Yeah.
So that means you pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I skipped 2 belts.
Okay, that's dope. That is dope. Thank you so much, nephew. Listen. I've learned something new about you myself that I did not know. But now in Chicago, when artists, because I see you in some of the videos of the artists that you produce, right?
Yeah.
Now, when they have shows and things of that nature in Chicago, like, do you go show up to the shows and support them as, as a person that creates the beat, like go to the concerts and things of that nature? Do you do that as well?
Yes, I do. I have been to. I went to go to one of my artist Tay shows, and also I went to almost every show with Kilo. I almost then all shows I went to. You see,
Okay. So if let me ask you this: if a older rapper asks you, say if for instance they want like a fresh beat or something, they trying to reinvent themselves or whatever, or they gonna be working with a newer artist or rapper than themselves, and they ask you for a beat, would you just say somebody like the Brat? Like, would you be interested in like producing
what?
something from her?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna call as soon as we get off the phone. I'm gonna say, look, my nephew said, look, he got some beats for you. But thank you, nephew. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for sharing this interview and for sharing your talent and things of that nature. Again, I'm so proud of you. Oh, Annie had another question. What was your question, Annie? How much of another beat can you sample? That's a good question. See, I don't know any of this. Is it like just a certain amount of another song that you can sample off of, or how does that work?
Right. How much to wait? What you mean? How much of another beat?
Like, okay, say if you was sampling an old school song, is there a certain amount of percentage that you can sample, or could you sample like the whole song? And how would that work?
Well, the last time I was looking up about the sampling and stuff, I know it said something about 7 seconds. You be okay, but at the same time, they got these sites where you get license for these for the samples.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you go on the site, you can chop off the part of the sample for you to use. I think some of them cost, but you get you got to pay for that, get a license, and then it should be clear to use for you to use. But I haven't did none of that though.
Okay, because I remember like when Kanye sampled some of Through the Fire, which is Shaka Khan. Remember that song? Kind of when he first came out. I don't know how all of that works in the business part of that works, but that is an interesting question in case you decide you want to, sample someone else's music. Oh, Cynthia, you had a question. What's your question? Did you type your question? Where does he see himself doing in 5 years? Sister, write your question in there for your son. Can you produce a beat part of old beats? I guess that kind of answered that question.
Oh yeah, small old beats, of course.
Yeah. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
My own recording studio, probably not in Chicago. Let's see, label. Yeah, probably might have my own label.
You want your own label, own studio, own record label? That's smart. I mean, that's what so many others have done. Your Cash Money Records, Master P, Big Boy and them. Is so many artists that have done that, and to be able to kind of carry their torch and continue to move on and do the same thing they do. That's why they're millionaires and billionaires to this day, is because they did that and created a lane for themselves in the industry, and then they branched off into other things, clothing, and they got drinks, and they got it's so widespread, right, of where you can take your brand and go with. It just depends on you and your mindset and whatever your goals that you set for yourself. But whatever that is, nephew, I want you to know that you have my support, and I'm very proud of you. And I would love to invite you back at another time when your album is complete, so we can talk about that, okay? And in your endeavors with your own work. So you'd be like a little junior Quincy Jones, and have your album, Riecy the Producer, with all these other artists and rappers on it. And hey, your auntie still sing, and I still can do some runs and some ad libs and some stuff too. So you can look me up if you need me. Okay, just reach out. I'm here to help you. Okay.
Okay.
And thank you so very much. And I wish you all the best in your career and in your future endeavors. And you keep doing great things, and you keep setting great examples. Okay.
Okay. I think somebody was asking me a question.
Oh, there was one more question. She asked, what is it? Asked if she ever thought of making an old school beat and making it new. Oh, okay. So that's kind of like what Anderson .Paak and what's his name? Bruno Mars is doing. You know how they kind of taking the old school beats from some of the old school producers like Teddy Riley and so forth, and kind of creating it and making it new. Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
I actually did some beats like that. I actually
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. So thank you again. Thank you, nephew.
No problem.
We had plenty questions for you, and I'm glad you was able to answer all of them. I appreciate your time. And again, I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you soon. Hopefully I will see you soon when I come home. At least I hope I do. I hope I get to see you, because it's been a while. I haven't seen you.
Yeah.
And look well, and I hope you're doing well. And I wish you all the best, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for staying. Yes, sister, thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody that stayed for the full interview with my nephew, Riecy, the producer. Y'all go follow him on all his social media handles. He's on Instagram, Facebook, and he definitely says he also still sells his beats. So if anybody is interested in any of his beats, If you are an artist, a singer, or a rapper, just go check him out. He might have something you like. I want to thank everybody. I am tired, guys. I want to thank everybody for rocking with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jill, FB Pro, Vouaghn Bryant, my sister is in the chat. Cynthia, thank you. I love you. Jill, thank you. Kilo the Dreamer, salute, and I wish you all the best in all your endeavors as a rap artist. Brother Vaughn, thank you for holding an Intellectual SoapBox. Thank you for holding the chat down, you guys. I really appreciate it. Knowledge and relationships, thank you. My brother, Let's Talk the Better Back Life, thank you so very much. I appreciate you being over here and supporting me. Wally, thank you. Miss M. Mills, thank you. Chicago Suppliers TV, thank you so much. I appreciate all the questions you guys had. And I'm going to get ready to close out, you guys, because I'm tired and I'm hungry. I appreciate you being over here rocking with your girl, OG Patrice, for a straight up, no chaser talk. Thank you. Bye-bye.
DJ Eddie King.